Hi, David again for ConcertBlogger.com. Today it is my incredible pleasure to be sitting down with multiple Grammy Award winner Printz Board. Hi, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for taking the time out of your humongously busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. Right now you're on tour with CeeLo Green.
Yes.
You're his musical director.
I am.
On his latest tour.
And I'm opening the shows with my project, so...
Oh, awesome. You're like double duty.
Yeah.
Oh, you're busy. I don't know how you have time to sit down with us.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, you know.
5 minutes though, so let's go.
So you're originally from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Is that where you grew up?
I did. That's where I started to learn my hood tactics and about life.
Yeah. Okay. Great. How were you first introduced to music? Was there like a lot of music in your house, or your parents?
Yeah, not too much music. I had an organ. You know, people would say, my mom and my grandma would say, you know, go do something with yourself. Put the headphones on, play on the organ. You know, that kind of stuff. But as far as like pushing the music thing, it didn't happen until 5th grade, and I was in school and they said you had to play something, and so I like looked at everything and the trumpet looked the easiest, so I chose that.
So you most notably worked with the Black Eyed Peas on so many of their hits, and so many. Are you still working with them? Do you still do stuff with them?
Yeah, we all work together. It's been a little bit of a break because Fergie has taken a break to go ahead and output.
Yeah, do her thing.
Will's does some TV stuff, and everybody's kind of spread around. We needed a break from each other, but we're definitely going to come back and do something, put it together.
Awesome. So you've, first of all, I want to say I love your website. What a great little site, and I highly suggest anyone watching to go check it out and see what you got going on there. You get some great videos, great layout. I really like it a lot. What's your website?
Oh, printzboard.com. PRINTZBOARD.com.
There you go.
Worldwide, baby.
So now you're doing your own thing here. Are you finding yourself, your own project, your own stuff? You must like write a ton of music on a regular basis. I see on your social media, you're on the bus, you're on a computer writing something, doing something else. You're always doing something. Any thoughts that you would maybe hold back some songs for your own stuff rather than giving it to the other artists that you work with, the different things? Or is that ever an issue, or is it just you have so much that comes to you?
First of all, let me stop you. You were about to say to the bigger artists. Actually, there's no one bigger than me. Tell me.
That's awesome. That's right.
I never hold back anything because I learned a valuable lesson when I was about 19. I wrote this song, and Snoop Dogg wanted the song. And I didn't give it to him because I said, well, if he wants it, it must be a smash. I'm going to use it for myself. And now I don't even know where that song is.
Really?
So
could have been your first big hit, and instead it's in Never Never Land now.
Never Never Land. So I don't hold anything back.
Awesome.
Like if I feel like it's great for a certain person, like I have confidence in myself that I'll write another one. So
absolutely, that's what you have to have. I also feel that when you share what you have to share without condition, you get back more than you ever need. It's just that's what keeps on happening in my life, and just a life lesson that I've learned. So if you share this great song, you know what? You're going to get 10 more great songs that come to you in some way, shape, or form, in order to propagate and move on from there. So you have a new EP that just came out a couple of months ago, called PreGames. How's that? What was the process behind that? What did you do as far as like putting that together? How did that come together?
It came together by actually just doing a bunch of songs and demoing songs, and I found that this group of songs it was my story, and I found like, oh, wow, I'm telling my story in all these songs, and they go together. This seems like a project. Let's call it PreGames, the precursor to Board Games.
Board Games, which is your new LP that will be coming out in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
I like the wordplay. Very ingenious. Very big fan of that whole wordplay thing. Yeah.
Let's play.
Catches on. You know what? You have to catch people's attention. People have such a short attention span. You have to have some little trick, little wordplay or something in order to keep it in the back of their minds. And I think that's a really great thing. Do you have anybody playing on the new album with you, or is it it's just your own?
You know who's on there?
Who's on it? You are.
Ooh, some bomb-ass people. Nika Costa.
Okay.
Do you know Nika Costa?
I don't.
Oh, go check that out.
Okay.
Slash is on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to get some like instrumental joints on there.
Yeah.
And then Nicola Bedingfield.
Okay.
My other sister from the Bedingfield family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You've also worked with you've worked with Michael Jackson. I read somewhere. Is that true?
Yeah.
What was that like? What did you do with him?
What we did is the remake of the Thriller album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you worked on that?
We ended up doing 2 songs on it.
Oh, that's incredible. You know, it's just the anniversary, unfortunately, of his passing just recently, and it just, you know, I sit there and I look at how much of an impact his music still has on the music industry. I mean, he has. I can only imagine what they have in the vaults of stuff that will come out in the future, but it's just amazing to me that his. You know, they just had this last album a few months ago that came out, #1 hits on it. Stuff that he didn't even in his lifetime deem releasable almost. It's like #1 hits. It's just crazy how talented and amazing it is, and I see a little bit of that talent that, you know, maybe it's not this exact same thing, but I see the different people that you've worked with and the different things that you've done and what you bring to the music game, and I see a little bit of that in there too, and I think it's really amazing.
Well, I definitely appreciate that, and I'll add to your spiel, and I'll say that you know, one of my favorite people of all time is Quincy Jones.
Of course.
And he's a part of that. So to be on the production side like a Quincy, and then to actually work with Michael, you know, and then now be on the artist side, like it's all just kind of incestuously dope.
Yeah, I think it's just incredible the talent level that you have, that you're able to do all those things. You know, to be a world class, you know, music producer, music writer, and now you're going to be a world class artist that everyone's going to know your name in the not too distant future. You get this whole new thing coming out, and I just think it's amazing that you can, you know, from a kid that never even really got into music until like 5th grade or whatever. Oh yeah, well I'm going to play the trumpet, to being a world class artist is just, I think it's an amazing story.
Thank you very much.
You know, another thing I noticed is that you have a new single called "Hey You." Actually really kicking. It's got a great beat. You do a little beatboxing at the beginning. You really have some, well, you're all over the place. Trumpet, keyboard, beatbox, what can't you do?
Yeah.
A great single. I saw it's actually even used in a new Pizza Hut commercial.
Yeah.
And it's in the background, and you know, I went and I watched it because I wanted to see what, you know, how they used it, and like all the comments are all about the music in the background, how awesome the music was.
Really?
Which is pretty amazing.
That's pretty cool.
And I also saw that it's the World Cup right now, and that you've done a remix of that song, the Rio remix, shall we say, I think it's called.
Yeah, it is.
And I just think, you know, so I threw that on. I was like, okay, well, let's see what you got going on here. It's got to be the same song, and it sounds like a completely different song. It's a whole Latin rhythm going on, and it's just, I think that so many of your songs are so versatile that you could have it as a hip hop rap thing, but at the same time it's a salsa song. Same song, same lyrics, same, you know, song progression and stuff, and yet it's just so versatile that you can do other things. Do you have any other plans of any other kinds of things of that nature, of exploring different musical genres?
You know what's unique, I think, about me, the project, and everything is, like with the Rio remix, I did it. Right? I went down there, I shot the thing on my iPhone.
Really? You shot the video on your iPhone?
Shot the video on my iPhone, just like grabbing some pieces. And because of the way I've come up with rock and classical and Latin, everything around me, that's like, it's part of me. And then touring the world, how many ever times over, it's like all these flavors just come into me and I can't fight it. So when it comes to like doing a remix like that, that's very easy for me. It just comes out. So that stuff comes out of my music, and it will continue to come out.
Great. So you know, like you said, you travel the world many times over. Is there any place in the world that you haven't been yet that you want to go?
Yeah, actually, Bali.
Bali.
I have not been to Bali.
Cool.
It's like a lot of people have been there. I've been all around it. I've just never gone.
Yeah.
And I know that there's like a strong spiritual base there. And I like to party, so there's
Yeah.
a party base there too. So
Yeah.
Seems like it'd be a good marriage for me to be there.
Awesome. What's your favorite place that you've been so far?
Oh man, that's tough because it depends on food, it depends on the women, it depends on the nightlife, you know, beauty-wise. A lot of people don't really know, but Norway is like an awesomely beautiful place. The water,
fjords,
and the greenery, but so is New Zealand, and they're not even close to each other. You know, the food in Italy, the people in Italy, the people in Africa, South Africa. Like, I don't know. I'm so happy that I've gotten to see all that. So the world is my favorite.
Awesome. That's great. So I have make this real quick. We'll make one last question for you.
Good.
What is something that the average Printz board fan would not really associate with you, would not really think that that was about you? Do you have any kind of hidden talent or a pet or something crazy, some little crazy story about yourself that maybe your average fan would find very interesting, very surprised to know?
Well, I hate Brussels sprouts.
Hate Brussels sprouts. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right.
That's one thing some people wouldn't know. And food-wise, I love bologna.
Bologna. You go all over the world. You have the most incredible delicacies available to you on a daily basis, and bologna, huh?
Bologna.
I always thought it was pretty crazy. One time we went to a Buffalo Bills game, and they actually sell fried bologna sandwiches in the stadium. I was like, what is this? I thought I was the only one that did that.
I love it. You know, the thing about bologna is it reminds me just of my youth, and I will never lose that, like that grounded Columbus, Ohio thing.
Who you really are, not the superstar that you've become, but who you are at the heart of your being.
At the core.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you sitting down with us and having a little conversation. And I look forward to seeing you out down the road. You got a bunch more dates with the Lionel Richie CeeLo Green tour coming up?
Yeah, we're with Lionel for another month, and then we go to Europe with the Printz Board Project and CeeLo Green.
Okay.
And then after that, it's probably going to be a bunch of Macy stuff down in Australia, Europe.
They're just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Or everywhere in your face.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. It's been absolutely amazing to have you come and sit down with us, and we look forward to catching you out down the road. We really look forward to the new LP coming out, and we really love the EP that's the PreGames EP that's just come out. So
thank you, brother.
all right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right.